So why don't you try this one? Write an equation of a parabola with a vertex at the origin and a focus at 0, -6. Pause it now so that you can try it yourself. Hopefully you started with a sketch like I did. Since the parabola opens down, we know that the equation is going to have to be y equals ax squared, and that a should equal a negative number. It should be less than 0. So start with your absolute value of a equals 1 over 4c. We don't know what a is, so it stays as the absolute value of a, and it's 1 over 4. Well, c, remember, is the distance from your focus to your vertex. So if we're going from the vertex of 0, 0 down to 0, -6, we know that c must equal 6. So we know the absolute value of a equals 1 over 24. And because we know that we are going down, we know that a should be less than 0. So we should get 1 over 24 x squared, and that 1 over 24 should be negative because we're opening down. Or you could say that you could have put in -6 here because you're going down, and you would have ended up with -24 there. Okay, so hopefully you got this one right. Okay, so why don't you try this one also, where it's write an equation of a parabola with a vertex, but this time you're given the directrix, not the focus. But just remember it means the same thing, because the distance from the vertex to the directrix is the same as the distance from the vertex to the focus. My sketch shows that the parabola should open to the right, so I know I should be using x equals ay squared, and that a should be greater than 0 because a is positive. Okay, so do absolute value of a, 1 over 4c, and we get a equals 1/8. So substitute that into your equation up here, so you get x equals 1/8 y squared. Just double check, it opens to the right, so it should work. So this problem is just like the ones that I was giving you at the beginning, but now that we've talked about the different types of parabolas, I want you to go through and see, and you'll notice that instead, if you do a sketch for this one, you have f as 2, 0, you're going to notice that your parabola opens to the right, and there was no example that we did for this one. So go through and solve this one. Pause it right now so that you can do the work yourself, because I'm just going to show you the work after. So you can go through and see how the work is done. I'm not going to go step by step, but you can look at each step to see how you did. And there's your final answer. Okay, so make sure you're just very careful with how you're doing your writing, and that's how you do the first part of the section.